Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to District Championship Competition. Sam Gelfand here, so excited to be bringing you this game between the North Broward Eagles and the American Heritage Stallions. Hi everybody, this is going to be an extremely exciting contest. The number 1 and 2 seeds in District 3A12 facing off tonight, and we could not be happier to have you here with us. Now, it looks like the managers are starting to meet, so we actually have to cut this a little bit short. We would be bringing this to you live. It's against FHSAA regulation, so you will be seeing this on a tape delay just after this game ends. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it. We'll be right back with starting lineups and the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the North Broward Preparatory School here in Coconut Creek, Florida, for this Class 3A District 12 Championship! My name is Sam Gelfand, as seen on TV, and I would like to be the first to welcome you to this contest between the visiting American Heritage Stallions and your North Broward Eagles. The FHSAA would like to remind you that the key to good sportsmanship is not rooting for any one team to lose, but instead rooting for any one team to win. Now let's get straight into the starting lineups, starting with the visiting team, the number 2 seeded American Heritage Stallions out of Delray Beach, Florida, with a record of 15 and 10. Batting first, number 9, the center fielder, Ryan Ashley. Batting second, the first baseman, number 5, Evan Fernandez. Batting third, the second baseman, number 3, Ricky Bellantoni. Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 22, Carlos Jimenez. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 10, Matt Pace. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 15, Nico Bellantoni. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 8, Alex Zhao. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 12, Lucas Charabani. Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 14, Dylan Ober. And on the mound for the Stallions tonight, number 2, Brady Snow. Ladies and gentlemen, the visiting American Heritage Stallions. And now for the home team, your North Broward Eagles! With the number 1 seed and a record of 20 and 6, managed by Brian Campbell. Batting first, the shortstop number 2, Kiernan O'Neill. Batting second, the second baseman number 10, Adrian Rodriguez. Batting third, the left fielder number 3, Max Burkos. The cleanup hitter, the first baseman number 34, Josiah Haslow. Batting fifth, the catcher number 44, Julian Rodriguez. Batting sixth, the right fielder number 13, Adolfo Camacho. Batting seventh, the center fielder number 8, Anthony Mestre. Batting eighth, the designated hitter number 7, Braden Hussle. Batting ninth, the third baseman number 5, Alex Smith. And taking the mound tonight for your North Eagles, number 6, Jack Rostock. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, your North Broward Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you to please rise if you are able and face the flag located in right field for the play of tonight's national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to North Broward. It is time for Class 3A12 District Championship action. Thank you for sticking around. Sam Gelfand here, so incredibly excited to bring you this contest. There are 7 Division I commits between these two teams tonight. We're looking at a possible pitcher's duel, and on the mound for North Broward right now is Jack Rostock. Rostock, a 2.29 ERA on the season, a 1.63 whip. In 33 2/3 innings pitched, he has walked 21 and struck out 35. Pitched a gem last time we saw him, and he is poised to do it again tonight. Of course, the big question for American Heritage is, will they be able to hit it? They have a team batting average of around 250. And as long as they can make contact, they could be in decent shape. But that's a big if. Rostock looks like he's nearly finishing his warm-ups. North Broward right now, the number 1 seed. American Heritage number 2. Both of them earned their place in this game on Tuesday. North Broward did so with a huge Mercy Rule complete game shutout win against Clewiston. So right now, this is the final warm-up pitch Rostock is taking, and it looks like we are just about ready to get underway. Ryan Ashley will lead things off for American Heritage, as there's another beautiful throw from Julian Rodriguez. There are few better. And in just a moment, we'll be underway. Thank you so much for joining us on this replay on YouTube. Really appreciate it. Got to keep talking so that we don't get the stream muted, because we don't want that now, do we? Ashley will lead things off for American Heritage, the center fielder in this contest.
Leading off for American Heritage, number 9, center fielder Ryan Ashley.
Ashley strolling into the box. And there's got to be a lot of pressure on him right now. First batter of the game, Rostock sets, delivers. It is low, a ball, and we are underway. Ashley fouls it off. That fastball coming in at 87 miles an hour. Bit of a bizarre batting stance on him. Kind of reminds me of a Luis Gonzalez type. Got his legs spread. He steps in the reverse of the bucket. Ashley fouls it off. That fastball up to 89. Rostock clearly warming up. Here's the 1-2. Curveball fouled off, and Ashley keeps this at-bat alive. Ashley batting .368 this season, exactly who you want in your leadoff spot. Did struggle a little bit against Coral Springs Charter on Tuesday, though. Popped way up, directly back. That should clear the bleachers. Got to be wary of a car, though. And Rostock still warming up. That fastball up to 90 miles an hour. Both starters that we'll see today can throw 90-mile-an-hour fastballs. Curveball hit just over the head of O'Neill and into left field. Burkles fields it. It's a leadoff single for Ryan Ashley.
First baseman Evan Fernandez.
Fernandez stepping up now, and boy, is he a dangerous hitter. Fernandez hits the first pitch he sees. On the ground to O'Neill, who gets the out at first. A 6-3, gets one down. The runner does move, though.
Now batting number 4. Check that, number 3, second baseman Ricky Bellantoni.
Now here's Ricky Bellantoni, the number 3 hitter, with a runner on second and one out. First pitch, a big swing and a miss. Rostock watches the runner. Kicks, deals, and finds the bottom of the zone. Bellantoni quickly in an 0-2 hole. Rostock, just a junior, shows much more maturity, though, as Bellantoni fouls one off. Last time we saw Rostock was on the 9th against True North. 5 in the third innings pitched that game. 3 hits, 2 runs, only 1 of them earned. 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, a quality start if there ever was one. Bellantoni in a hole here. And Rostock can't get him to chase it. That is just outside the zone. Rostock ready to deal, Bellantoni ready to receive, and Bellantoni fouls it straight back. It's always a good sign if you're a hitter. If you foul a ball straight back, that means you're just a small adjustment away from making solid contact. Heritage is chanting something, I'm not quite sure. They're a loud dugout. And Bellantoni hits one on the ground. Haslam feels it, but that is foul. Bellantoni stretching this at-bat out best he can. Here it comes. Too low, another ball. And even though really you've just got one runner on, this is a confidence builder for American Heritage, because stretching this at-bat out, it means that Rostock's got to increase his pitch count. It means that he's vulnerable. The 2-2. Too high, though, coming in at 90 once again, and we've got a full count. Here's a payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and Rostock starts his day off right.
Now batting number 22, Carlos Jimenez.
Two outs now for Carlos Jimenez. Inside for a strike. Jimenez batting .189 this season. 14 hits, 10 walks, 13 strikeouts. And he calls time at the last minute. Good mature decision there. Rostock ready to go, and then you negate all that momentum. Here's the 0-1. On the ground to Rodriguez at second, throws over to Haslam, gets the out, and we are out of the top of the first. North Broward lets one on, but that's it. We'll be back after this. There's no one American Heritage would rather go to in district competition than Brady Snow, the University of Central Florida commit, the future teammate of North Broward's Kieran O'Neill. He's got a 91-mile-an-hour fastball, a changeup at 81, curveballs and sliders at 76 and 75 respectively. He's going to be a real blue-chip prospect as time goes on, and his first test will be his future teammate, Kieran O'Neill. How about that? Kieran O'Neill will start us off, the hottest hitter in Florida right now. And O'Neill immediately hits one into right center field. He holds up on first, but that is a tone setter right there. O'Neill with an immediate single.
Now batting for North Broward.
And just like that, one runner on. Here's the other A-Rod with a runner on first and no outs. Now you got to wonder, as Rodriguez lays down a bunt, it goes foul. You got to wonder if familiarity could play a role here. After all, this is the first time this season that North Broward is playing a team that it has already played this year. We'll talk a little more about that later on in the broadcast, but they did face off on February 13th. Keeping the runner honest, no dice. Rodriguez batting .274 this year. Thinks about laying down a bunt, but that is a ball. And now the count is 1-1. Lays down the bunt one more time. This time, Snow scoops it up, gives it to Fernandez, but O'Neill is advanced to second base.
Stepping up to bat, number 3, Max Burkholz.
Yes, somehow I found a way to be in two places at once. I gave him a tape of me announcing everybody. Burkholz up to bat now with one out. And the first pitch is a ball. A lot going on here tonight. It is a district championship competition after all, and I'm doing 3 jobs at once. Snow deals. Burkholz holds off on a borderline strike. That was certainly scraping the outside of the zone, but the ump made the right call. This goes to show you how hard it is to be a hitter. In the dirt, gets away from the catcher, and O'Neill advances to third. Holds up there, though he's not going to try for home. Or is he? Looks like the ump rules that a no. Thought the ump might have ruled that a going out of play for a moment, but no. O'Neill has to go back to third. Still a lucky break for O'Neill, and now North Broward is just 90 feet away from scoring the first run of the game. Not if Burkholz whiffs at pitches like that, though. An overpowering fastball makes it a 2-2 count. Fouled off. Got to say, we're pretty excited here. We have members of North Broward Sports Media Club joining us tonight, as well as helping out with the broadcast. We appreciate all their hard work. Burkholz on the ground, and now we've got a foot race between the third baseman and O'Neill. They don't want that run to score. Burkholz takes off for second in the meantime. O'Neill is out, but the fielder's choice puts Burkholz on second.
Now batting for North Broward, number 30.
A lot going on in that play for sure. Bottom line is we've got a runner on second and 2 outs. And we've got a mound visit as well. Now, as mentioned, this is not the first time that American Heritage and North Broward have played each other. Last meeting was on February 13th. North Broward won that game 1-0. And this very pitcher, Brady Snow, was on the mound through 5 1/3 innings of 4 hit ball, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. It's the lowest scoring game that both of these teams have played this year. So all indications are this should be a pitcher's duel tonight. 2 outs for Haslam. And he fouls off the first pitch he sees. Snow working at a comfortable pace. Haslam fouls it straight back again. And now he's in an 0-2 hole. Snow has a chance for a pivotal punch out here. Another pop-up, another instance of just a small adjustment needed. He's staying in the fight, but costing North Broward a lot of money in baseballs. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs. Snow really trying to make sure they work on his pace. And it pays off with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball to send us to the second. Welcome back to the top of the second. Sam Gelfand here. As the 5, 6, 7 batters will come up for American Heritage, starting with Matt Pace.
Leading off the second for American Heritage, left fielder number 10, Matt Pace.
Rostock still on the mound. Got a punch out in the last inning. And hoping to continue that sort of success, though a ball is not the best of starts. Finds the outside corner, and Rostock stays in it. North Broward has a record of 20-6 this season. Heritage 15-10. Rostock throws harder, puts 2 more miles an hour on that fastball compared to the last one, but it does miss the zone as a result. You see it a lot, especially at the high school level. The harder you throw, the more likely you are to miss low. So here's the 2-1. Hit straight up the middle. O'Neal charging in, throws over to first, gets the out.
Now batting.
A solid effort, but Rostock just proving to be a hitter's bane so far. And Nico Bellantoni swings and whiffs at the first pitch he sees. Two pitches, two whiffs. And Rostock is feeling this at bat for sure. All it takes is 3 pitches. And Rostock gets his second punch out of the night.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 8, Alex Zhao.
Now here's Zhao, batting .242 right now. Rostock kicks, deals, and it's low. Zhao, the DH tonight, hitting for the pitcher. And Zhao hits it to Rodriguez at second. An easy ground ball fielded. Haslam gets it, and we are out of the top of the second. Continues to be a pitcher's duel so far, and it will likely stay that way. We're tied at nothing apiece. North Broward has found a lot of success at the plate, but really only in the second half of the season. When they faced American Heritage in February, they were batting below the Mendoza line. They brought that up almost 100 points over the next 20 or so games, and North Broward is poised to continue that hitting success. After all, a 10-0 win over Clewiston on Tuesday will certainly hope to prove prophetic for the Eagles.
Number 44, the catcher, Julian Rodriguez.
And here's J-Rod to start things off. Rodriguez batting .210, but has a much higher on-base percentage. 92 miles an hour, that strike. And that one barely catches the outside corner. Only in Florida are you going to find a matchup between two teams where both starters are throwing major league heat. But Rodriguez hits one into right field. Charging in is Sharabani, who makes the catch.
Batting for the Eagles, the right fielder, number 13, Adolfo Camacho.
That brings up Camacho with one out. And he wisely holds off on the first offering. Another borderline, and Camacho does not go. It's certainly a very different North Broward team that American Heritage saw last time. The question is it a very different American Heritage team that North Broward saw? But Camacho showing some maturity here. It's a 3-0 count. No coach in the world is going to tell you to swing at that. Camacho batting .275 this year. And he swings straight through that ball. Full count, he has walked 11 times and struck out 21 this year. Snow will not add another there. But that fastball up to 94. .94 has got to have him be one of the fastest pitchers we've seen at the high school level. Camacho fouls it straight back and keeps his at-bat alive. Says a lot about Camacho that he's able to keep up with this sort of heat. There's a liner, right where they ain't. Left center field, Camacho heading to second. And he'll hold up there a stand-up double for Adolfo Camacho.
Batting for the Eagles, the center fielder, number 8, Anthony Mestry.
And much like O'Neill's leadoff single, that is a tone setter. That brings up Mestre. Inside, ball. That was a heck of an at-bat worked by Camacho. Staying alive, finding a pitch he liked and rocking it. And Mestre still hasn't found a pitch he likes. Snow looks the runner back. Mestre pops it up foul right side. Quick conference over. Mestre's at bat back underway. Here's the 2-1. And Snow finally finds the zone. It's 2-2. Here it comes. Mestre is handcuffed and sent packing.
Batting for the Eagles, the designated hitter, number 7, Braden Hassel.
That's strikeout number 2 so far for Snow. And Hassel had himself one of the best days at the plate he's ever had on Tuesday. Went 3 for 3 with an RBI. Hassel part of that incredibly strong sophomore class for North Broward. And he hits one right up the middle, nicely fielded by Jimenez, who throws over to first and gets the out. We had a moment of excitement with Camacho's double, but that's all North Broward gives us in the second. We head to the third. Pitching continues to be North Broward's strong suit this season, finishing off the regular season with a team 169 ERA. If you're not a big baseball fan, that basically means that the entire team is pitching at a Cy Young level. Just absolutely insane. An opposing batting average of .207. They have confounded hitters, made them look foolish all season long.
Leading off for American Heritage, number 12, Lucas Sharabani.
Here's Sharabani. Rostock deals and it's a strike. 8-9-1 batters due up now for American Heritage. And Sharabani confounded by that pitch. Everything on the line tonight. District title. As Sharabani fouls off. He fouled that off his foot. That was not a fair ball. Though North Broward played it like it was one just to be just to be safe. So it's still 0-2. Rostock hoping to shut him down here. And a 90-mile-an-hour fastball will do it, though it is a pass ball. And Rodriguez gets the out at first.
Now batting third baseman number 14, Dylan Over.
That's a strikeout in every inning for Rostock now. Dylan Ober up to bat, and he might be over his head with pitches like that. Rostock working quick. The 0-2. And Ober hits one on the ground to O'Neill, who has trouble with it. Still gets the throw off, but it is not in time. And that's an E6 getting Ober on board. Just the second base runner for American Heritage tonight. O'Neill not one to make too many errors. So the Stallions really have to be counting their lucky stars. That brings up the leadoff hitter. We're on to the second time around. Ashley on the ground. Does that skim the line? There's widespread confusion right now. Is that fair? Is that foul? It seems it was foul, but that was close. Take another look, see for yourself. They're ruling it a foul ball, but that really could have gone either way. So it's 0-1 to Ashley, despite the excitement. The runner on first, one out. And there's a ball. Heritage certainly one of the louder dugouts we've seen this year. It's an important thing for team morale. I swear, baseball players get more and more creative with the chanting each year. Rostock attempts the pickoff move. They do not get him. Ober caught off balance, but he was able to get back in time. We do have a quick stoppage, though. It looks like Ober might have, I think he might have taken the base on his chin. One and one now. Make that 2-1. If Ober scratched his chin up sliding back, hey, kudos to him. He's a trooper. Another pickoff move. Ober back in time again. Ober still taking a wide lead, and he takes off. Now the throw back to first. He's back on the bag, but just barely. He certainly broke, but he realized that he was hosed, tried to get back in time, and was able to, but not without dramatics. (3-1) misses, and that's a walk for Ashley. Seems Ober makes his way to second after all, just not how we thought he would.
Now batting number 5, the first baseman, Evan Fernandez.
And here comes Fernandez, the most dangerous hitter that American Heritage has. A commit to Gardner-Webb University in Texas. Former commit to Mississippi State. He rescinded his commitment, decided to go there instead. Grounded out to shortstop in his last at-bat, though. Fouled off his own foot. And now he's in an 0-2 hole. Fernandez batting .293 this year. And if you saw the district semifinal game against Coral Springs Charter, you saw an incredible at-bat of his. He does not hold off on the curve. 73 miles an hour and totally fooled.
Now batting the second baseman, number 3, Ricky Ballantoni.
Yeah, that looks like he went through. Some of the Heritage faithful not convinced, but only one person makes the call. Now there's 2 on with 2 outs for Ballantoni. Ballantoni struck out swinging his first time up. Inside, but Rodriguez doing a good job blocking, makes sure that no one's going to move. Rodriguez, a very good defensive catcher. You usually don't notice a catcher when you're watching a baseball game, but do yourself a favor, watch his framing. For a high school catcher, he is really good at framing pitches. Runner has looked back, and Rostock will step off the rubber. The 1-0. Rostock still throwing 88, and Rodriguez blocks again. The 2-0 misses inside. And Rostock has every pitcher's least favorite count. Going to the rosin bag, probably a smart move. Try to get a little extra grip. And that is a 4-pitch walk, not something we see out of Rostock too often. Bases are loaded now with 2 outs. We've got a mound visit, and understandably so. No one wants to give up a run here, but North Broward is hanging perilously close to doing so. We've talked about fastball speeds quite a bit tonight. Everyone on the North Broward roster has a fastball in the 90th percentile for their age group or higher. In fact, some of these numbers you see are a little outdated. We've seen Bristol hit 93. We've seen Rostock hit 90.
Now batting for American Heritage, number 22, Carlos Jimenez.
This is a team that can really sling the ball. And now here comes Jimenez, who grounded out to second his last time up. You know, the good thing about bases loaded is there is at least a force at any base. Rostock trusts his curve to get the first strike. Remember, Rostock just a junior in a high leverage situation here. 2 straight curves, 2 straight whiffs. Rostock feeling it. Does he go back to the curve? Does he try a fastball? Personally, I say go for the curve again. He goes fastball. It almost gets away from Rodriguez, but no runners are going to take off. One and two, 2 outs, bases loaded. Here comes Rostock. It is chopped foul. And this at-bat continues. And with every pitch, the anticipation, the nerves, they all build. The curve gets him. Jack Rostock gets himself out of a monster jam. The prophesied pitcher's duel is forming. Alex Smith strolling up to bat for North Broward. 9-1-2 batters coming up for them.
Now batting for North Broward Prep, number 5, Alex Smith.
Smith had a double in his last game and immediately gets plunked. North Broward have a runner on with minimal effort but maximum pain.
Stepping up to the plate for the Eagles, the shortstop, number 2, Kieran O'Neill.
And here comes the most dangerous man in Florida right now. Kieran O'Neill still on a hot streak for the ages. I wish I could tell you just how hot, but I'm not sure that numbers would properly describe it. I mean, this kid went from batting around 180 at the start of the season, finishes the season with a 358 batting average, and Smith is safe on first from the pickoff attempt. Beautiful curve drops in for a strike. O'Neill fouls it off, though, with some power, and now he's behind 0-2. O'Neill batting .358, 29 hits, 4 home runs, 19 RBIs. Almost all of those coming in the second half of the season. Another foul ball. You got to wonder, how bizarre is it for O'Neill right now? Because in a year or two, Snow on the mound will be his teammate. I mean, I have to imagine there's always some friendly rivalry between players. As Smith takes off, that's a strike him out. Do they throw him out? No. Smith goes down swinging, but Smith snags a bag.
Now batting the second baseman, number 10, Adrian Rodriguez.
That brings up Rodriguez, who hit a sac bunt his first time up. First pitch in the dirt. You got to wonder also how much more weight is on the shoulders of all these players knowing that it's the district championship. Heritage has not played in a district championship in some time. North Broward, of course, did so last year, but a good amount of the players on this squad right now were in JV last year. It's a very young team. They may not have that sort of experience. 3-0 count now. And the ability to shake off the pressure of a championship game, that's something that really can only come in time. Rodriguez chops it on the ground. Second baseman Bellantoni gets the out at first. Now there's 2 down, but a runner on third.
Now batting for North Broward, the left fielder, number 3, Max Burkholz.
First pitch strike to Burkholz. Burkholz reached second on a fielder's choice last time up. Some heads-up base running. It's a shame it doesn't reflect better in the scorecard. Takes a curve foul down the left side. Another 0-2 now. Burkholz holds off on the pitch, low and inside. Max Burkholz, the new single-season batting average king for North Broward, finishing the year with a .544 batting average, which is just insane. He's also got a heck of an eye, as demonstrated there. 29 walks on the season, just 8 strikeouts. A commit to D1 Bryant University. Here's Snow. Burkle's chopped foul. Burkles has also demonstrated at least a little bit of power this year. He has one home run, though not hit at this park. And Burkles works an 0-2 into a 3-2. That is the mark of a very mature hitter. Fouled off again. We're in a quality at-bat territory now. Quality at-bats was the downfall of North Broward in their final game of the season against Killian, game that they certainly could have won. Burkles works a walk. Runners at the corners now for Haslam.
Batting for the Eagles, the first baseman, number 34, Josiah Haslam.
We've been waiting for a big Haslam hit for about half the year. This would be a great time to see it. And the first pitch he sees, he takes into center field, but it is caught at the warning track by Ashley, about as loud of an out as you will come across. North Broward threatens to make some more noise, but once again just not able to. We're seeing that pitcher's duel come into full effect as we head to the fourth. This is not North Broward's first trip to the district championship game. They have won 6 different district titles, 2014, 18, and 4 years in a row. Now, 5 of those title games have been played right here on the North Broward Diamond, and back in 2014, they played the whole district tournament at Nova Southeastern University. But this is the first time that they have ever faced American Heritage in the district championship.
Leading off the innings for American Heritage, number 10, Matt Pace.
Pace steps up for Heritage. And he hits the first pitch he sees right over to Smith, who gets it to Haslam for the out.
Now batting the catcher, number 15, Nico Bellantoni.
Boy, has the fielding come out in full force for both of these teams. The pitching, too. Well, both teams held to just 2 hits so far. 2 hits each, 4 hits total. First pitch ball. Rostock is really finding his groove with that curveball. He's got a 1-7 motion on it. And another strike with a curve. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep going back to it. Why not? Tries the slider, but it falls too far off the table. 2-2 count now to Nico Bellantoni, who I believe are a set of twins. Heater at 87 just misses, and it's a full count. Both Bellantonis heading to D1 LaSalle University in the fall, out in Philadelphia. Here's a payoff. Bellantoni sent down. Another punch out for Rostock.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 8, Alex Zhao.
Now 2 outs for Zhao. First pitch hit on the ground to Rodriguez, and that's yet another 4-3 if you're keeping score at home. Quick 1-2-3 inning for North Broward, and they'll get another turn up to bat. American Heritage, no slouches on the mound, a team 2.33 ERA, a 1.42 whip. Opposing batting average actually lower than North Broward's opposing batting average. Their opponents have been held to just 198.
Leading off for the Eagles, the catcher, number 44, Julian Rodriguez.
And J-Rod hopes to grow that number. Flew out to right his first time up. And watches the curve go outside. Another pitch outside. That one outside too, but Rodriguez liked it. Not enough to put it in play though. Snow hasn't necessarily been hitting the zone with consistency, but he has been hitting it enough. 3 strikeouts will attest to that. But now Rodriguez is ahead 3-1. On the ground to Bellantoni. Easy play, and that's 1 down.
Now batting for the Eagles, the right fielder, number 13, Adolfo Camacho.
Now here's comes Camacho. That big double his last time up. And what a war of an at-bat it was. Camacho has some pop, but he's got to make contact first. Hardy foul ball down the right field line, well out of play. Camacho is a big kid. It may not show on camera, but he's at least 6'3" out there. But he's behind 0-2. Snow collects another punch out.
Batting for the Eagles, the center fielder, number 8, Anthony Mestre.
Now here's Mestre with 2 down. It's a bit surprising that Snow, of all pitchers, would take this long for someone to freeze. This is his first strikeout looking tonight. And Mestre fouls one off, 1-1. That's Braden Hassel on deck there, just handed some balls back to the umpire. You know, that's a problem that we had in the last game, too. So many foul balls that the team could barely keep up giving them. Seems the catcher had a small problem. That's Nico Bellantoni out there. The 1-1. No one's hitting that curve. That was pure filth. Now Mestre in the hole with 2 outs. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Snow. That's 5 total for him tonight. And Brady Snow is starting to warm up. We head to the 5th after this. Top of the 5th among us now.
Leading off for American Heritage, the right fielder, number 12, Lucas Sharabani.
Sharabani struck out his first time up. Rostock would sure like to repeat that as he fouls off the first pitch he sees. This time hit high, possibly playable for Haslam, but just beyond the fence. A good effort and wait for North Broward stays aggressive, but I mean, you can't climb over the fence. Haslam's not Spider-Man out there, he's too big. Haslam's like 6'6". Fastball misses. Sharabani batting .238 this year. Another punch out, another pass ball. Rodriguez has to check to make sure, but still gets it there in time.
The third baseman, number 14, Dylan Ober.
Here's Ober. Fouled straight back. And once again, I'm very thankful for the invention of chain link. Oh and 1, Ober fouls it off himself, and he is hurting. I think that hit him where the sun don't shine. Visibly in pain. That is the worst nightmare of pretty much every baseball player, but this is why they wear cups, ladies and gentlemen. I've been there. It's not pleasant. You know, look at some of the athletes on these teams. Evan Fernandez, for instance, has an exit velocity of 96 miles an hour. You don't want that heading below the belt. Rostock backed off by Ober. Ober, one of the youngest members of this American Heritage squad. Rostock finds the corner, painted like a Rembrandt. That's 2 strikeouts in a row for Rostock, who is humming.
The center fielder, number 9, Ryan Ashley.
Here's the leadoff hitter, Ashley. And there goes that pitch. Ashley 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. He has reached base both times he's come up so far. And despite Rodriguez's framing efforts, that one is still too low. Stands packed here for this district championship matchup. We thank you for watching along at home after the fact, thanks to rules. Rostock thrown a little too hard, and it's 2-1. .87 miles an hour and missing again. Rostock still has some life in him. Did just get 2 strikeouts after all, but North Broward has Filippo Baldessari first up to bat in relief, or first up in relief. Ashley fooled by the curve. It's a full count. So if Rostock falters, it'll either be Baldessari or Nate Hernandez. And Kieran O'Neill is available to close if necessary. Full count, 2 outs. A little too low, and Ashley works a walk. Rostock not getting out of the inning that easily.
The first baseman, number 5, Evan Fernandez.
Now it's Fernandez once again, who is currently 0 for 2. Runner on first, 2 outs. And a couple of balls in a row for Rostock. He lets another one on, we might see a mound visit. Popped up, straight foul. In Tuesday's game, we saw Fernandez taking at bat like 12, 15 pitches. It was ridiculous. Just constant foul ball after foul ball after foul ball. What was the payoff? Hit a home run over the left field fence. Quite the hitter. Curve drops in just too far inside. And North Broward does have someone up in the bullpen right now. Can't see the number, but I do believe that's Baldessari. Quick conference, making dinner plans out there. If we were live, I'd tell you to share your dinner plans with us in the chat, but not much we can do with the chat when this is on tape delay. 2-1, 2 outs. Runner on first. Three and 1, and Rostock perhaps a little rattled. Perhaps he's running out of steam. I mean, it's the 5th inning. This is usually around the time that he starts to get pulled. Runner takes off. Hit and run fails. Well, Ashley has tipped his hand, but really, who wouldn't expect that to be a hit and run? You got 2 outs, a runner on first. You take off. But Fernando still working this at bat. Runner takes off again, and it does not matter. Rostock strikes out the side. Jack Rostock powering through the 5th inning. We have seen some incredible pitching tonight between both of these teams. Jack Rostock striking out the side. He's now up to, well, I got to do math now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strikeouts tonight. A performance for the ages from Jack Rostock so far in this district championship contest. Bringing up Braden Hassel, who is hit. That's 2 batters hit by Snow tonight.
And batting for the Eagles,
the third baseman, number 5, Alex Smith.
Here's something to think about. Brady Snow hit 2 batters all year. He's hit 2 tonight. Now there's a runner on first. And Smith tries to lay down the bunt, but it's a pop-up. It is immediately caught for the out. Technically, that's an F5 on your scorecard. Sure didn't feel like it.
For the Eagles, the shortstop, number 2, Kiernan O'Neill.
1 out and a runner on for O'Neill. And we're getting a courtesy runner. Rodrigo Lithgow will come on to first base, replacing Hassel, who quite frankly is not the speediest. O'Neill, we keep talking about how dangerous he is. He's 1 for 2 today and watches the first ball. So Lithgow on first now. And the next pitch misses as well. O'Neill, a patient hitter. 14 walks, 11 strikeouts coming into this game. Now it's 14 and 12. 2-0. Is a strike.
Pinch running for the Eagles, number 27, Rodrigo Lithgow.
Pickoff attempt, no dice. Lithgow back in time. He did steal a base last game. He does have some wheels on first, though he's not taking the largest lead. He takes off, though. The throw coming in from the catcher, Does not nail him. Bellantoni can't get there in time, and Rodrigo Lithgow snags a bag. Now it's 3-1 with a runner on second for O'Neill. And that drops in for a strike. Yet another full count. We've seen so many of them tonight. So many of these batters working these at-bats, working the pitch counts. This is championship caliber play. No way around it. That misses by quite a bit, and O'Neill is on first.
Now batting for North Broward Prep, the second baseman, number 10, Adrian Rodriguez.
Two on, one out. And you have to wonder if Snow is starting to lose his grip. American Heritage does have a couple of relievers, but they're in trouble if Snow starts to melt. Thanks, I'll be here all night. Off the elbow of Rodriguez. Or did it hit the barrel of the bat? You've got manager Brian Campbell coming out to talk to the umpire about it. Take a look and decide for yourself. One more time, Rodriguez arguing that that goes off of his hand, but the umpire's unconvinced. They think it may have come off the handle of the bat. That's a close call, even for us. The umpires are conferencing right now. I mean, that is about as close as it possibly comes. And the manager also out for American Heritage right now, Carmaza. What do they rule? The umpire rules something, but there isn't really a hand signal for something like this. This is not a common occurrence. It looks like the umpires decide that went off the handle of the bat. And this at-bat continues. One of the more bizarre circumstances that we've seen at the ballpark this year. And it results in a ball. Two and one's the count to Rodriguez. Rodriguez is actually quite frequently hit this year due to that very low crouch stance of his. So there's a strike. Basically, because he gets so low in the batter's box, pitches that may go at some people's chests end up near his head. He's developed a thick skull. Hey, a 3-2 count. What a surprise. Who would have seen that coming? Hit down the line and through. One run will score. Another being waved around as that goes all the way to the warning track. They're having trouble with it out there. A 2 RBI double for Adrian Rodriguez opens this game up. That was the spark North Broward's been waiting for so long. Hassel scores, O'Neill scores, and it is 2-0. Another one hit left field. Burkles takes it just foul. Oh, what a heartbreaker. In fact, it's not just foul, it's caught, it looks like. Well, that's 2 outs.
First baseman, number 34, Josiah Haslam.
So that's an F7 man. I think we're still recovering from that RBI double. Now here's Haslam. Barely scrapes the zone. And now everyone's heads leave the clouds and come back down to earth. Another strike to Haslam, who's waited on 2 and hasn't yet found what he wants. That curves in, nearly misses Haslam, or nearly hits Haslam, and Rodriguez advances to third on the wild pitch. And it certainly feels like Snow might be starting to lose it. Wisely holds off and works a 2-2. Well, we're now guaranteed not to have a repeat of the last time they met. Yet another curve, yet another punch out for Snow. Haslam is now struck out looking and swinging in this game. But the big story isn't the strikeouts, it's the runs. North Broward finally on the board as we head to the 6th. It is a 2-0 ball game. Jack Rostock's day is done, and what a gem he pitched. 9 strikeouts and no runs allowed against a team in the district championship. That is a performance that he can be extremely proud of. Only 1 hit allowed. In fact, we're calculating his final line right now. How about this for a final line from Jack Rostock? 5 innings pitched, 1 hit, no runs, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts. And that brings in Filippo Baldassari. Baldassari comes to North Broward from Montalabate, Italy. He is a member of the Italian national team. A fastball up to 90 miles an hour. He is a fireballer.
Number 3, Ricky Ballantoni.
Now here's Ballantoni, his first test. And Baldassari delivers a strike to start his tenure off. He is well loved by his teammates, not just for his personality off the field, but for the fact that he has an 0.88 ERA. Baldassari is a starter, but we've seen him in relief in these high leverage situations before. Two and 1 count now. Once again, Baldassari, a member of the 18 and under Italian national team. won the European Championships last year. And fires a fastball in at 85. 2-2 now. The batter, Ricky Bellantoni, a D1 commit. The 2-2. Low at 88. And now we've got yet another full count. Baldassari wants to shut down the first batter he sees. Late tail just misses, and he starts off his night with a walk.
The shortstop, number 22, Carlos Jimenez.
Here's Jimenez, who was 0 for 2 with a strikeout looking last time. Plane flying overhead right now, and North Broward hoping to sort a victory here tonight. Though they'll have to watch that runner on first. Hit right up the middle. Rodriguez gets to it, steps on second himself, throws over to first, and they get the out. A 4-3 double play.
Fielder, number 10, Matt Pace.
A beautiful start to the 6th inning. North Broward hasn't turned too many double plays. That's only their 11th of the entire season. Baldassari stares him down, fires, and gets the strike. Pace 0 for 2, grounding out to short and to third in his first 2 at-bats, so you imagine that may pull it again. Strike at 87, and Baldassari starting to pick up the pace. He's feeling it. He is in a groove. Breaking ball misses low. Baldassari actually not the only member of a national team on this North Broward roster. One of the Rodriguez's, I can't remember who, so I'm not going to say who, was part of the, I believe, 12 and under U.S. national team. Way back when. Once again, Baldassari throwing hard, trying to get out of this, but instead he finds himself in a full count. Full count, 2 outs. On the ground to O'Neill. Pace racing to first, but will not beat the throw, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Baldassari. American Heritage riding high off some great pitching from Garfinkel in the last game and Snow in this one, but we have a new player on the mound. It is Anthony Toscano. Snow's night is done for American Heritage.
The catcher, number 44, Julian Rodriguez.
Snow's final line in this game, 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, a hit batsman, and a wild pitch. At tonight, that can get you out of a lot of jams. Unfortunately, it's the district championship, and you've got to do better than that. Can you do much better? Not much. But in a championship game, you've got to have the absolute best. And Toscano with a filthy, almost submarine motion, though he is missing. I'll tell you from personal experience, it's so hard for a batter to track a sidearm or submarine motion. Look how Toscano crouches down as well, really selling it. Rodriguez, though, able to track it into right field, sliding catch off the glove. And E9 puts Rodriguez on.
Batting for the Eagles, the right fielder, number 13, Adolfo Camacho.
Let's go, Camacho!
And running through the
Catcher, number 4, Gabriel Coupe.
Coupe coming into this one as Camacho peruses to the platter. That's Rodriguez's first time on the base today, and then he's probably taken off of it for a pinch runner, or a courtesy runner, technically. Pickoff attempt, and Coupe is safe. Once again, we thank you for joining us here on YouTube. Sam Gelfand on the call. And for the first time all season, not actually running everything. Bunt pulled back by Camacho for the ball. Big shout out to members of the North Broward Sports Media Club. Noah, Ryder, and all the rest. Because there's been quite a few who have come through today. Abiel and Daniel, I've been told, is there's a stolen base attempt, and Coupe is gunned down. Great throw from Bellantoni. No wonder he's going D1. And that's the danger of a sidearm motion. Camacho thought he had to get out of the way of it. Wasn't anywhere near him. 1-2. Camacho reaches for one he shouldn't have, and he knows it. Toscano gets his first punch out of the night.
the center fielder, number 8, Anthony Mestre.
Now here's Mestre with 2 down and no one on. That's 2 strikeouts for Camacho so far. Mestre has struck out twice so far tonight, both swinging. The competition will only get tougher from here for whoever wins this one. Mestre hits one very high into left field. Wind blowing in, though, and underneath it is Pace to make the catch. Another loud out. Had that wind been blowing out, that could have been a home run. Sadly, Mestre not quite so lucky. We head to the possible final inning with the district championship on the line. American Heritage down to their final 3 outs, and North Broward turns to the closer. Kieran O'Neill. The graphic betrays it. We have seen his fastball reach 91 this season, a slider at 82, a change at 77, and a curve at 74. The University of Central Florida commit, believe it or not even going there for his pitching. And yet he is the only pitcher on North Broward who has not surrendered a run this year. 10 2/3 innings pitched, 122 whip. Only one person crossed the plate, and it was not an earned run. He is as lights out as North Broward can hope to find tonight. And with the game and the championship on the line, he'll have to be. 6, 7, 8 batters coming up for the Stallions. The championship on the line. And the first fastball is in for a strike. Fouled off, and it's quickly 0-2. O'Neill finds a sign he likes. Breaking ball hits him. So now there's a runner on first for Alex Zhao. A conference here. Looks like they weren't quite sure if it hit him, but they do confirm the call. And now we've got more controversy as Brian Campbell is coming out to plead his case. Campbell's been coaching North Broward for about 20 years now. I believe this is his 19th season. In his time with the Eagles, a .597 winning percentage overall. This is a manager who has brought plenty of success to this program. Even if you know it hits him, it's still a manager's job to go out there and fight for his players. And it looks like that's what Campbell did here.
Now batting the designated hitter number 8, Alex Zhao.
Zhao is 0 for 2 today with a runner on first. Lays down a bunt, popped foul. High drama in Coconut Creek. A district title on the line. The Stallions need to score 2 this inning, just to tie it and keep their district hopes alive. Fastball at 89, and it's an 0-2 count. The 0-2. Hit just over the head of the leaping Smith. That is exactly what Heritage wanted in this scenario. As Zhao races to second and a runner moves to third, there are now 2 runners in scoring position for the Stallions.
Batting the right fielder, number 12, Lucas Sharabani.
That's got to be heartbreaking for O'Neill, but he's got no choice. He's got to bear down. 2 in scoring position, no outs. If both of these runners score, it sends us to the bottom of the 7th. North Broward has a good track record in extra innings this year. Foul tip for a strike, and Sharabani is probably rethinking things. Curve drops in, but just misses. You can feel the tension in the air here at the North Broward field. It's palpable. fans waiting with bated breath, hoping the Eagles clutch it out. That's a gorgeous curve, but it misses. 78 miles an hour on that one. That's the hard part about calling balls and strikes with curves. It's about where it crosses the plate, not where it ends. Fouled off, that fastball up to 90. O'Neill perhaps pitching with some frustration now. Two and two, 2 on. Here's O'Neill. Fouled off. And Sharabani keeps this one going. Curveball drops in. And they get the out at first, but a run scores. It's 2-1. Bellantoni crosses the plate. Zhao moves to third.
Number 14, third baseman Dylan Bear.
We've got a new shortstop, of course, with O'Neill on the mound. I believe that is Smith, who's been moved to short, and Gabe Coupé's at third. North Broward playing very, very in, anticipating the bunt. Yes, that's Smith at short and Coupé at third. A little bit of movement now to keep the defense proficient. Coupé just a freshman, but has earned his place on varsity. Lays down another bunt foul. Dylan Ober, the batter, reached first on an error in his first at-bat, struck out looking in his second. Skies one. Center field brought down by Mestre, but a run chugs home. They do not get the runner at home, and we are all tied up. But what happened? Why is everyone coming out? It's over? It's over. I don't know how, but it's over. We're going to need an expert to explain the rules, but North Broward has captured the district championship. That's the game. That's perhaps Heritage's season, and no one in the stands is quite sure why. I'm going to step away for a moment. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to ask someone and figure out what just happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a large round of applause. First for your district runner-up, the American Heritage Stallions, and your District 12 champions, the North Broward Prep Eagles.
We have an explanation as to what happened. Take another look. Watch the runner on third. It's caught. The runner on third leaves too early. That's out number 2, caught by Mestre. And North Broward doubles him off on third. A double play in the most unlikely circumstance pulls off North Broward's 5th district championship in 5 straight years. It took some explaining, but North Broward has captured an incredible championship. An incredibly tight game. 2-1 is your final score. North Broward are your 3-8-12 district champions. Just incredible. Who would have thought? A double play coming out of nowhere on the final play of the game. The runner left too early at third, and that was all it took for North Broward to secure the victory. And now they move on to the regional championship series as the top-ranked 3A team in this entire area. Likely they will be hosting as well. So we'll see you back here next week, and we're so excited to have you back. Thank you so very much for watching us here on YouTube. My name is Sam Gelfand, and on behalf of everyone here at the North Broward Preparatory School and the FHSAA, have a very good night wherever you may be.
I would ambush them. It's going to be your best chance to get some interviews. Yeah. Well, just going with you right outside.